Hello, this is Patrick from the Project Stamina dev team. If you saw our last stream, you may have learned a little bit about MGear, the tool that we're using to help rig our characters. I wanted to show up just how powerful it is for starting a new character rig. So, to begin, let's load BoxFriend. He is our generic humanoid placeholder character. So if you take a look here, this is an MGear guide template. It contains all kinds of data that informs MGear exactly how to construct the rig. So we just have to select it and click Build in this MGear menu. And it will start running all its processes and scripts. And in just a few moments, we'll have a fully functioning character rig. And there you go. As you can see, it loaded the BoxFriend character model and skinned it to the rig. Everything is functioning just as intended. So that's awesome, but we want to start a new character. Let's delete this rig, go back to the guide. We can open the settings here, and we just need to remove a few scripts. These import the character model and attach it to the rig. So if we build it again without these scripts running, let's just give it a second. You'll see it's pretty much the same, just without a character model. The rig still functions, the skeleton is still there, there's just no model. So this is exactly what we want. Now we can use this for another character. I'm going to use this placeholder model of Akka. Now let's just take a look at him for a second. This guy's cool. I'm very excited to get him into the game. The only thing is, BoxFriend is a pretty tall dude. This rig is way too big for Akka. So let's delete the rig and go back to the guides. It's honestly as easy as just scaling and repositioning the guides. So I'm going to hide everything except the guides and Akka's body just so we can get a better look at his proportions. So go into wireframe mode. Let's scale down this entire guide template so it's a more appropriate size. I'm going to line it up with his hips. I think it'll be easier to start from there. Now, he's got a really long torso, so let's just grab that chest guide, drag it all the way up here. You'll see everything else follows with it. Now, I'm going to work on this right arm for the example. So let's rotate it into position. Let's kind of, move it closer. It looks like the elbow is in the right position now. And another thing you'll notice about Akka is he's got really long forearms. So let's grab that hand, just drag it all the way down here into position. We're not going to worry about the fingers for right now. We just want the arm. So let's just rotate that a little bit more. And that looks great. So let's unhide everything again. And I'm going to leave the left arm as it is so that we can compare. So let's click the guide and rebuild it. As you can see, the right arm, all the controls, they're the same controls, but they've moved into the correct position. They've updated with the guides, just as we expected. So I've actually made another version of this guide template, where I really took the time to make sure the joints and all the points of articulation are lined up properly, and I recorded a time lapse so that you could see the whole thing. Well, let's take a look. At this point, I decided to adjust the arms on the actual model. First, I wanted to get the arms at a perfect 45-degree angle, just to keep it consistent with Kira's rig, and I plan on doing that with all the other characters as well. Yeah, so here I imported part of Kira's model as reference for the hands as well. Her hands deform pretty nicely, so I'm using it as a template kind of to get us most of the way there for Akka as well. I think it would be a lot nicer than trying to get the MGear guides all lined up with his hands the way they are now, because they're kind of curled and out of control. Again, it's nice to keep things consistent across the rigs, just in case we ever want to transfer any of the animations to multiple characters for whatever reason.
All right. I am really happy with how this has turned out. Uh, we've got some really nice deformation going on here, and it really didn't take that long. Uh, Adding in some unique parts of the rig, like his quills or his scarf, that stuff will be a bit more involved, but the initial character setup was a breeze, and that's all thanks to the work we put into Boxfriend. Needless to say, MGear has really sped up our character pipeline. Uh, well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know if you want to see more content like this, and thanks for watching.